Hello everyone, you're welcome back to this channel. What I have today is how to make a very simple caftan gown, very easy to make. And in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to make it. In fact, you don't have to be a tailor before you can get this. Just watch this video and at the end, you discover that it's true. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is to show you what I've just folded. You can see it's folded into four pieces. Can you see? One, two, three, and four. So now you can see this place is unfold. There is no joining. Can you see? So now the next thing I'm going to show you right now is to show you what is the width of this fabric. Now in cutting yours, you have to what I did, the width of this fabric is on my shoulder line divided by 2 plus the length of the sleeve. That gives me the width. Now, for instance, the shoulder line for this is 16 inches. So 16 inches divided by 2, I will have 8 here. Okay, this is from this place to this place is my shoulder line. So the remaining part is the sleeve length. So the remaining part here is 13 inches. So it's the sleeve length. If you don't want this your sleeve length to be longer than, longer like this, then you shorten it. That's just the simple way to get the width of this kaftan. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to show you the length. So it depends on which length you want to use for yours. But in this case, I have like 39 inches as my length. Okay, 38 and a half as my length. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to start, and I'm going to measure the width of the neckline. So this is my center front for this gown. So I'm going to measure from the center point here. So I'm going to measure 3.5 inches. I'll measure 3.5 inches. So I have it right here. Sorry. Here is my 3.5 inches. So I mark. And you see 3.5 inches. Now the width I will be using 3 inches for my width. Oh, sorry, for the depth. The width is 3.5 inches. Then the depth is 3 inches. That is for the depth. So right now I will just make a curve, create a curve on the neckline right here. You can use your free hand. Just use your free hand. And if you don't want to use your free hand, no problem. If you are a beginner, I will advise you that having measure from the center front downward, having measure 3 inches as the depth, you go to the width where it stops and measure another 3 inches downward like this. Okay, then you square it up, then you make your curve. Very simple. So the next thing I'm going to do after this is to give it a curve shape there. So that's the next thing I will be doing. From where the sleeve ends, I'm going to curve it. Okay, I'm going to curve. Can you see? Just to give it a curve shape. And if you don't want this, then you can just leave it like that. Can you see how I curve it? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to measure the the circumference. Now, to measure the circumference, your bust divided by 4, then plus like 2.5 inches extra. In this case, my bust is 36 inches. 36 divided by 4 gives me 9 inches. So 9 plus 2.5, so I will be having 11.5. So from the center point, center front here, I'm going to mark 11.5. So I mark 11.5 downwards. 11.5 7.5 down to the base here. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now, so from the down part here, I'm going to connect, and before I connect there, I'm going to mark my hammer. So from this point here, I'm going to mark my hammer. So it's meant to be a free down, so it won't be like normal tight top. So I will be using like 10 inches from this shoulder line. I will be using 10 inches downward. So here is it. So it is from this point I'm going to connect this line down to somewhere here. So I'm going to connect this line. So I connect. And you see. So having connected this line, so this part here becomes my circumference, my bust circumference. From there, I have the waist circumference and even down to the head. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to create my sleeve. So right now I'm going to come like this. I'm going to place my rule like this. So you can see that I didn't remove it from where I place it. So I create my rule. So from here, I'm going to just make a curve, a slight curve, just to meet it. So this side becomes my sleeve base. Okay. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to do right now, so having measure, you can see that I've measured the width. Now I'm going to also transfer this line to the other side so that by the time I'm sewing, I won't have any problem. So this very line, I will just place my ruler on it like this. Then I'm going to open it up like this, up to that point where that ruler is. Then I mark what I mark on the front line, also in the other side here, so that this mark will give me, it will serve as a guideline for me. So start from here, and you see. So right now I will now open it again. So I want this to be very round, not very, to give me that curve base of the sleeve, like a flame. Do you understand? So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to cut. So I'm going to start the cut from this edge like this. Okay, I'm going to cut it off. So let me just start from cutting from the neckline. You see, then I start from the back. So I'm going to start all the way like that and cut it off. So okay, can you see? So this remaining part, I won't touch this place. All I need to do is to stitch from this point here down to this point. You will discover that I put a slit here. I didn't go down so that it will be free for me when I'm walking. So that's just the little space I leave here, downwards here. So this is what I need to cut out of this. Also the neckline, can you see? This is it. So the next thing I'm going to do right now is to open it up and take my bias, cut my bias tape to take the neckline round. Okay, having done that, the next thing is to fold this edge here. I'm going to fold this edge here, then I stitch. I fold it twice, one, then two, then I stitch it round like that. So, like I said, so having cut it, I'm going to remove it like this. Now this is what I have. Can you see the neckline? So I'm going to cut the bias right now, which I'm going to use to tape the neckline round. Then, like I said the other time, so I'm going to fold it twice like this edge here, and sew it all around. So right now, in cutting your bias tape, so you cut it diagonally. So you can see what I'm doing right now. So the width of your bias tape, like 1.5 inch, is okay. So this is what I will be using as my bias tape. Okay. So the next thing is to go to the machine and sew it around the neckline. Sew it around the neckline. Okay, right side to right side. Can you see? So I sew it round. After that, then I refold it again.